turning foreign policy upside down. In a break with long-standing U.S. diplomacy, the president-elect talks to the president of Taiwan, a move sure to anger China. Also tonight, the Trump and Clinton campaigns reopened the battle. And Steve Hartman, a chance encounter with a cop changes a young man's life forever. Good evening, I'm Nicole Costantino. Today, President-elect Donald Trump served notice on China with a phone call Beijing is likely to see as a grave offense. Mr. Trump spoke to the president of Taiwan, the island nation that rebelled against the communist mainland after World War II. Reunification is not just Beijing policy, it is an obsession. And Mr. Trump's phone call may be seen as support for Taiwan independence, a raw nerve for China's leadership. Here's Major Garrett. The presidential campaign most folks were glad to see end suddenly re-erupted last night at a post-election forum at the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard. Here's Nancy Cordes. Near New Orleans today, authorities confirmed former NFL running back Joe McKnight was killed yesterday in an act of road rage. He was 28, unarmed. The gunman handed over his weapon as he was taken into custody and was later released. No charges. Omar Villafranca is there. A far-right candidate for president of Austria hopes to duplicate what Donald Trump did. His people even flew here to talk strategy with Trump advisors. The election Sunday is a rerun of a vote held in May. Seth Doan reports from Vienna. In Syria, the battle for Aleppo is increasingly one-sided. Government forces backed by Russia are flattening entire neighborhoods held by rebels. More than 200,000 civilians are trapped. Deborah Pata is in Aleppo. An aviation official in South America says a charter airline ignored warnings its jet could not make the long flight from Bolivia to Colombia. The jet crashed Monday after running out of fuel, killing nearly everyone on board, including members of a soccer team heading to a championship. Here's Jeff Pegues. In a science classroom in Utah this week, more than 24 kids were trapped by a classmate armed with 2 guns. Then the story took a surprising turn. Here's Carter Evans. Hiring is solid and the unemployment rate has fallen. Employers added 178,000 jobs in November. The unemployment rate in the Obama years has dropped from 10% in 2009 to 4.6% announced today. That's the longest streak of hiring since World War II. But the unemployment rate dropped, this time in part because of the high number of men who are out of work and stopped looking. So they're not counted in the labor pool. As usual, our final story of the week is from Steve Hartman, and it begins with an unusual encounter between a police officer and a young man on the road. And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, I'm Nicole Costantino. Good night.